All right, let's talk about something that trips up almost every writer at some point, commas. But don't worry, I'm going to show you a super simple trick that will help you master them in just a few minutes. Seriously. You know that feeling, right? You're staring at a sentence and you're thinking, ugh, does a comma go here or not? If that's you, you're in good company. It's a huge point of confusion, but today we are going to untangle that knot for good.
So what's the secret? Well, the solution to our comma problem is actually a team of superheroes. Okay, not really, but they're a special group of words that are here to save your sentences. Let's meet up.
Now, their official name is a bit of a mouthful, coordinating conjunctions. Kind of boring, right? But here's all you need to know. These are 7 little words with one very important job. They connect ideas together. And here they are, your secret weapon. To make them easy to remember, we use this awesome acronym, FANBOYS. That's for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. Go ahead and memorize these 7 words, because they are the key to everything. Okay, so we've met the fanboys, now let's put them to work. There's a really simple, almost foolproof rule for when you should use a comma with them, and I've boiled it down to a quick little test. First, we just need to understand one term, independent clause. Don't let the grammar speak scare you. It's just a fancy way of saying it's a complete sentence, a full thought. It's got a subject and a verb and can stand all by itself, like Alice drank tea. Perfect. It works. So here's the test. It's super easy. First, just find a fanboy's word in your sentence. Then, look at the chunk of words before it and look at the chunk of words after it. Ask yourself, could each of those chunks be its own sentence? If the answer is yes for both sides, boom, you put a comma right before that fanboy's word. That's it.
Let's try it out with an example. Alice drank tea, but the dormouse slept. Okay, first step, find the fanboy's word. It's but. Now let's look at what's on either side. To the left, we have Alice drank tea. Is that a complete sentence? Yep. To the right, the dormouse slept. Also a complete sentence? For sure. So, because we have 2 complete sentences joined by but, we need that comma. See how that works?
To make it even easier, you can just burn this little formula into your brain. Complete sentence, plus a comma, plus a fanboy's word, plus another complete sentence. If you follow that recipe, you're going to get it right every single time. All right, now that you know the rule, let's talk about a couple of common traps that people fall into all the time. Because sometimes knowing what not to do is just as important. So, trap number 1 is this thing called a comma splice. This is probably the most common mistake people make. You see, a comma by itself just isn't strong enough to hold 2 complete sentences together. It's like trying to use tape when you need superglue. That little comma needs help from one of our fanboys to do the job correctly. The other big trap is using a comma when you actually don't need one. So if your fanboy's word is just connecting 2 words, like in the walrus and the carpenter, you leave the comma out. Let's use our test. Is the walrus a complete sentence? Nope. So, no comma needed. Easy as that. Okay, so we've covered the rule, we've covered the traps. But you might be wondering, why does any of this matter? I mean, it's just one tiny little piece of punctuation, right? Well, this quote really gets to the heart of it. Taking care with your writing isn't just about following rules. It's about being kind to your reader. It's about making your ideas clear, powerful, and easy to understand. When your writing is clean, people take your ideas more seriously. And here's the best way to think about it. When commas are used correctly, your reader doesn't even notice them. They just glide right through your sentences. But a wrong comma? That's like a speed bump. It trips the reader up, makes them pause, and pulls them out of your awesome ideas. So there you have it, the simple, super powerful fanboys rule. My challenge to you is to go find a sentence, maybe in something you're writing for school, and try out this test. The more you use it, the easier it gets, until it becomes second nature. Now go on, supercharge those sentences.